Hello, this is Deadly Darmanitan from I Wanna Punch a Baby on YouTube. Um, this is going to be our first how-to video on Minecraft. Now, I can't guarantee that there'll be any more coming out right away, but we're going to try to do a couple more, so, kind of soon maybe. So, what I'm going to do today is show you how to use the new you've got your powered minecart tracks and your pressure or detector tracks using the pressure plates. I'm going to show you how to build them and use them so that you can create kind of your own subway, I guess, or any kind of from one point to another train and get them to stop right and whatever. So I've already explored around with that a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to build one from scratch. It's not going to be too big or anything, but so alright, so this is a brand new world I created just for these videos, and one thing I'm going to tell you, I also am using inventory editor to get the items I need. So alright, I have my crafting table. I'm going to place that, and I have more than one apparently. Okay. So to build this is your, down here you've got your powered rail and your detector rail. You're going to need stick. Only need one. I'm only going to build one. For the powered rail, you're going to need redstone there and gold on the sides. Just like your normal rail, but instead of iron, it's going to be gold on the sides and with the redstone down there. And you get 6 out of that. So that's a pretty good deal. It's not so great if you don't use inventory editor to get your gold, but whatever. The second one, the detector rail, is same as the original rail, just plain old rail, but use stone pressure plate. No? Okay, let me pause. Alright, I am back, and figured it out. You don't need the stick, right? You just need pressure plate and redstone. There we go. Alright. And you get 6 from that too, which is a great deal. Instead of just getting 1, or even 2 or 3 would still, but 6, that's great. Alright, so I already have a ton already. I have my mine carts, I have my regular rail. Thing I like to use buttons, because what we're going to do with the ends of the tracks is we're going to press a button to go, and then at the other end we're going to use the detector rail. When you enter the end part, which is all going to be powered rails, it's going to stop you after it speeds you up into some block that will be like a dead end, and then it's probably going to be easier if I just show you. So I have tons of stone, so I'm just going to build like a flat kind of bridge, or just a long narrow surface to get started. You know what, I might even not even need that. This might be a large enough area. We'll go this way. Alright, so let's start with our end here. What we'll need is a wall there, and that's where our button's going to be. So we're going to place our button. Oh, I need the redstone too. Alright, so we're going to have redstone right there, and no, that's not the way I want to face you. Alright. Okay, that works. Except that I don't want to put a regular track there. I want to put 5 5 powered rails in a row. And then we're going to need our redstone just to make sure. Let's see if we can get that in the shot. Yeah, you can kind of see it. And any cart that is on this track, if you're not familiar with this track, it will go. If it's empty, it's not going to go so fast, but if you're sitting in it, it'll go. And the more you have on there for the longer time, it'll go really fast. Or, you know, as fast as it can go without glitching. So what we're going to put now, we're going to put our pressure plate, or detector rail, I'm sorry. And then just, you know, regular tracks, because you don't, well, if you put down these, which it's good to do if you have a very long track, you put one of them there and you put a detector on each side, unless you want to go one way only. That way if it goes the other way it'll stop. But it'll keep going because it'll hit that, activate it, that'll activate the power rail, and you know, right at the time when you're on it, so it'll keep you going if you're going long distance. And that's how you get your achievement for I forgot what it was. Oh, let's check that out right now. It's down at the bottom. It'll be your on a rail if you've traveled by minecart for at least 1 kilometer, and that's 1,000 blocks. Each block is a cubic kilometer, and so every length, I mean a cubic meter. Sorry, I don't know why I was thinking kilometer because that's the achievement. So, but you know, 1,000 blocks, and I can actually go to my other map and show you the track that I made, because I took hours just to make sure it was right, but because I didn't count, I just, you know, went straight there. Anyways, we'll continue our track. I'm gonna go actually do the other end first. That way I know how far I need to take it. So we'll have this here. And you want your button to be up high, because when you're sitting in the cart, you gotta be able to see it. 4, 5. And I figured out that 5 is the right number of powered tracks, to where if you activate this as you're rolling, and then it'll roll you all the way to the block and then stop you right on this block, so that you're right here. If it stops you any shorter, or if you bounce off and come back a little bit and you press the button, for some reason it doesn't work. I don't know why, but you know, the 5 is the number I figured out, because I made a whole track like this. That wasn't the one I used for the kilometer, because I just, at first I actually didn't use, I tried to use the old, you know, where you put, you know, 4 tracks. Oh wow, it doesn't even connect anymore. I guess they got rid of that in the new update. And then you put 3 minecarts on it, next to it, as a booster. That's a glitchy one too. Or the one where you have a cart like literally right next to the track. Now this piece isn't supposed to stay there. It's gonna be like that, and then your track, as you go past, it'll glitch the cart. There's a cart gonna be on this track, and you've probably seen them all on YouTube, or you've done it before. Anyways, you know, that's what I did on my, before I found out about the new powered rails and the detector rails, which actually I didn't use the detector rails then, because that was back before the second part of that update, where they fixed the glitch where if you place a detector rail and there's already a rail next to it, it would apparently crash the game. So I just read about that, and I didn't want to try that, and so I just never used it. I just used levers and turned them all on, so no matter what, the powered rail was on as I got to it, which, you know, that's fine too. But on something like this where you want to stop at the end, if it's on when you're at the end, it'll just bounce you off the block and send you back the way you came. So alright, we're set up, so I'm gonna press the button, we're gonna go, it's gonna keep you going, and there we are. We bounced off a little bit. This shouldn't have been too much. Yes, alright, it worked. And so, you know, you can go for as far as you need to, as long as you have powered rails or some sort of booster in the... Oh, that didn't look like... Yeah, and see what I mean? How if it's not far enough down, it won't go. Wow, I, I don't know why it did that like that. It just kind of stopped where you saw before how it didn't stop. It went all the way to the block. Alright, let's see. Alright, this one it bounced off a little bit, but not too far. And this one, it's... Huh, that time it worked. That was weird. Some games, I guess, just a slight glitch. The smallest little glitch. Anyways, alright, you know, like I was saying before, as long as you place enough of these on your track, you can go as far as you want. You can even go in circles or some sort of loop anyways. But like I was saying, what I did on my original kilometer, I just had this and I had, you know, a series of levers next to it, and all you gotta do, you just switch them on and it's on forever, no matter what. If you roll across that, it'll just speed you up. You don't have to hit a you don't have to hit a detector rail. That's weird, it's like bright over there still. Anyways, yeah, and oh, it's raining. For those of you who have not seen it yet, rain. They added rain in the, you know, so that's pretty much what I was going to show you. Oh, there was something else, I just thought of, because, like, I know it's really hard, or really easy to get lost down in mines a lot, or at least, you know, it was for me when I first played. So what I did, you know, when I found out about inventory editor, I just took a bunch of rails and, you know, went from the entrance of my mine all the way down to